I believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know why I'm like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go for it. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those two individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they both are the same age, they have the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He's loyal to the company and a little bit more. He believes in a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today in building this winning edge is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you something run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me. And I said, Art, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw in the towel and go on back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody said, well, he can't do it. Hey, somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do, almost as a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.L. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique, and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else, and how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
With that being said, ready for revolution. Welcome, everyone. I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Trey Muhammad. I'm known as the Wealth Minister for a whole lot of proofs, but I want to welcome you all for this lifestyle upgrade conversation where we talk about Bancus. Bancus is the ultimate crypto Visa debit card, and we're going to present it to you tonight in a just conversation. With that being said, I see that we've been joined. I think he's still here. I see we've been joined by our global director, Mr. Al Aarons. And Brother Al, if you're available, you have anything you want to open with or share with folks, you're welcome to. The floor is open. You're muted.
Thank you, Mr. Eric. I'm just holding my book from A.L. Williams, the coach. I enjoy that tape. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I just want to say hello to everybody. I've got to jump on another Zoom, but I must tell everybody there is some amazing things coming December 15th. We've been on Zooms all day long with some new people we brought into the company, and amazing information, announcements, things that we've been, Mr. Eric and I have been waiting for are coming to fruition. And all I can say is be on the Zoom, invite guests. It's going to be a global call. And actually, it's just going to be an amazing time. And I think everybody is going to really catch the vision for 2026 as we continue to break records. This team is out of control. We're hitting over 21,000, 22,000 right now. And thanks to all of you and Mr. Eric here, an amazing leader. And all I got to say is, everybody get ready, because as Mr. Eric says, the revolution is coming.
Right. That's right. It's here. Well, thank you, Brother Al, for that share. And I know that your schedule is like you're like hopscotch, you from one Zoom to the next. And we really appreciate your leadership and all that you do for this opportunity, for this community. So thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Folks, I understand something about uh, uh, leadership and opportunity, and I'm just going to share this with you briefly. You know, with something like this that's in our hands, that can benefit billions of people around the globe, it's not really an opportunity, it's a solution. All right. And what makes it that is the fact that we have a, an ability to provide the ultimate option for people who want to spend the cryptocurrency they're accumulating. And we provide an option to earn as a result of the opportunity that's available for us. So we're talking about a solution. We're talking about a win-win in many respects. I want you to pay attention to your screen, because your screen is showing you the next event. Yes, we're here this evening on this platform, but we'll also be here tomorrow on this platform at the same time. Okay, that's 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Now, how do we weigh, measure, or make progress as we do? You know, when you're talking about numbers like 22,000 registrants, when it was just 20,000 a day or so ago, you're talking about exponential growth. You're talking about expediency. You're talking about people who understand that there's something out here that we can benefit from. So I've always been taught that the monies that you earn, the money that you make, the income you arrive at is always going to be in direct proportion to the service you provide. Always. So not only is it in direct proportion to what you provide, but you also had to have the ability to provide it, and you had to become invaluable. Meaning, in that phase of it, you're hard to replace. Who would want to replace somebody who adds value to the lives of others? So tonight, tomorrow, we're on this platform at 8 p.m. Eastern United States time zone. And we also have our corporate calls of Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, twice a day on each of those days. 2 p.m. Eastern, the United States time zone, and 8 p.m. Eastern, the United States time zone. You can find the presentation from our global director, Mr. Al Aarons, Mr. Fred Moore, and others. Folks, take a screenshot of this if you don't have it and share it with everyone you know, like, and love. And of course, the reminder, we'll be here tomorrow at the same time. Now, speaking of here, what do we have? We want to welcome you to Bancus. Bancus is a decentralized Visa cryptocurrency debit card, and its operation we're going to explain briefly here, its benefits, and how you can make possibly the most of it. That's a decision that's on you. We're just sharing the information. We just want to put you in front of it. Decentralized banking is the order of the day, where people are looking for more privacy. People are looking for more options to secure, protect, and have more control of their monies, of their currencies, of their banking abilities, of their assets. Truth be told, it's about ownership. Decentralization allows you ownership and control. In Bankers, we have an operation that offers fast onboarding, 100% decentralization, and provides you the physical card. In fact, when you register for your card, or you purchase your card rather, uh, the metal card in particular, in this phase of our pre-launch, you will be positioned to earn a free virtual card. So those of you who secure their metal card now, today, by launch, you will receive a virtual card as well. Don't confuse the virtual card as with the digital card. Those are two different animals. Okay. And so we'll talk about that a little bit as we go forward. But one thing is for sure, what you have in your hand in this app only opportunity, meaning Bankers, is application. It allows you to load crypto onto your card and use that crypto on your card as cash. All right. That allows you to load, top it off, if you will, or recharge it um, as many times as you like. And for those who provide people, meaning you are sponsors of persons, you will earn against those top off of those loads. This is a global payment system, a global payment purchase system where international transactions are made with no hassle and no hidden fees. Bankers, in and of itself, is a decentralized digital institution built on over a decade of experience, folks, in blockchain technology and solutions focused on decentralization. Their purpose is to transform the way the world interacts with money, combining the power of crypto assets with the ease and security of modern banking entities. I just find it fascinating that we are living in the age that the movement of money, new money in particular, and technology have partnered, where now is operating in the time and the age that it's designed to perform in. And when you look at the mission of Bankers, it's really simple: to provide an accessible, secure, and decentralized financial solution to millions of people worldwide, making it easy to use, manage, and monetize cryptocurrencies in everyday life. The vision of Bankers is to become the leading global digital financial entity, integrating technology, simplicity, and innovation into a single platform, driving the mass adoption of crypto assets as a means of payment in the future. And you have to know there's a mass adoption that we are approaching in this globalization of money. New monies, new technologies, the way to maneuver with them, and the privacy that's involved. I want you to just hold on to a simple definition of decentralized as opposed to centralized. When we say decentralized, we mean private. That's all we mean. Okay. When we say central, it's public. So we want to show you the differences just in what you've experienced in banking. You had traditional banking as an example. You know, you have no control of the fees they charge. High fees and for transfers and international payments are made in centralized banking. Slow and bureaucratic processes. Lack of integration with cryptocurrencies. Okay, geographic restrictions and limited access to services. I'll tell you what I mean by that. You know, your banks may operate from 8 to 3 or 9 to 5 or 7 to 3 or 8 to 4, whatever the case is. You have that operation where you can go into your physical bank and do things. However, when those doors close, you no longer have access to the full rights and privileges to what you assumed was your money. Oh, it was yours before you put it in there, but when you put it in there, it became theirs. Think about this now. Listen to how this sounds. My money, their bank. That, that should raise an alarm or a brow. Okay. When those doors close to you in your locale, it opens up to the world everywhere else, and your money is used by them, the banks, the bankers, to sell, to put out loans, to charge exorbitant interest, and what they receive in return, you gain no access to. Strict requirements to open accounts, lack of user control and privacy. That's the issue with a centralized and what we've known as traditional banking. But in a decentralized space where ownership and control is the order of the day, you'll find the opposite of many of those things I just mentioned. 24 hours, 7 day a week platform availability with no interruptions to your money. Fast, paperless onboarding, full control of your funds without centralized entities, financial inclusion. Here, our process is providing a debit card that operates as a payment system where you just literally load it and use it to the extent that you're desirous of. Now, what Bancus offers as a card? Number one, is available to anyone with global accessibility, anywhere in the world. And when you arrive to our launch on December 15th, you're just going to see how prominent and powerful that is. We already have proof of work by what the card is doing right now with the 22,000 plus who are registered today. There's no telling how many more are going to be on tomorrow or later on this evening. There's no telling how many of them will receive their cards. All you need, folks, is an internet connection anywhere in the world. And in the intuitiveness of the app itself, it's user-friendly, its interface is easy to navigate through, and it operates on blockchain technology that ensures transparency and protection. Now, we talked a little bit about decentralized uh, entities, and we talked about the power being decentralized, meaning private, but more importantly, controlled. You as an owner, you control the personal custody of your assets. Now, I don't want to assume anything. An asset, folks, is that which puts money in your pocket. That's what an asset is in simple terms. Okay. You as a user, you have 100% control over the crypto assets that you govern. From any personal wallet, you can just move it or exchange. You can move it to your banker's application. All right. The fiat conversion is automatic when it's applied to your card, meaning you have the monies on your card, but now you want to load, you have it on your app, but now you want to load your card so that you can engage in the purchases, the withdrawals, the things you like to have for yourselves. Now, in order for that to happen, there's an internal entity in exchange known as Cryptolat. Cryptolat is a bridge exchange based in Southern Europe, and its goal or its function is to make the conversion of your crypto to be reflective as a US dollar amount possible. Okay. And as the user, you voluntarily transfer your funds to your wallet within the Bancus app. And it allows Cryptolat to go ahead and automatically not take you through any hurdles or hoops. It automatically converts and gives the conversion required for any nation on the planet. What do I mean by that? You can take your card to the ATM anywhere in the world that accepts Visa. And you withdraw, you put your card in the ATM, withdraw, and you will receive the USD equivalent to the local currency of the local currency wherever you are. Now, folks, there are two types of cards, two types of physical cards, and there'll be a third one introduced come the launch on December 15th, which is the virtual card. Now, how this works simply, you can gain access to the metal card for only $75 US. You add a $10 shipping charge, and that will bring your total to $85 for the lowest barrier of entry imaginable. Okay, and we're going to even show you how you can take advantage of that. The card, the metal card, has a maximum daily top off or deposit of $50,000 a day. You can put maximum up to $50,000 per day on your account. You have ATM withdrawal opportunities. Now, ATMs are like beauty, is in the eyes of the beholder. The banking institution that controls the ATM, they allow anywhere from maybe $250 to $500 max as a max to withdraw in one transaction. So you might find yourself going through a few ATMs or going directly inside the bank and allow your card to withdraw the dollar amount you're desirous of. There's no daily spending limit on the metal card. And if you find yourself in a need to withdraw more than the limitations that are found on plastic, which is the plastic card is a $2,500 daily spending limit. Let's say you loaded 50,000 and you want to spend 50,000. Well, you're able to do that with a quick communication with support, and it will open up your metal card for all the purchasing you want to do. Again, it's unlimited there. There are no KYCs required. A KYC means know your customer, know your client. So you don't have to give any pertinent personal information that ties you into a system where everyone knows your business and have access to you. This is what we mean by no KYC required. You're not required to provide your blood type. You're not required to provide your social security number. You're not required to provide your SI number. You're not required to provide any kind of tax information. No addresses unless for shipping. You are in a private space in the world of decentralization. Okay. And on top of it, you have access to the referral program that you're going to learn more in just a moment. Let's talk about the plastic card. The only difference in the plastic card, the two differences, cost and spending limit. The cost for that plastic card is just $35 plus $10 shipping, which brings it to a total of $45. You have a maximum top up or you can load daily of $50,000 as you do with the metal card. And the ATM withdrawal limits, they vary from institution to institution. However, your daily spending limit related to your plastic card is $2,500. However, no KYCs are required like the metal, and you have access to the referral program like the metal. And then when we talk about the rewards of it, it's really crystal clear. And I'm excited about sharing this because my story is my story. See, I was blessed to see this opportunity for what it is, and I shared it with everyone imaginable. Now, currently, I have a team, an organization of over 700 people in the membership. Here's the thing. When I embarked on sharing this with everyone, I also learned only through the process of others or the production of others, I earned an income and didn't own a card. I want you to think about this. I had no access, none, to any finances that would have purchased my metal card immediately, or even a plastic card for that point. I didn't have any access. And but I was sharing the information. Do you know that everyone that joined in my organization, do you know that when they purchased a card, I received a commission for every card that was purchased in my network? So much so that the commission was so overwhelming, I immediately went on to purchase my card through the commissions that were earned and never came out of my pocket in this opportunity. So with thousands of dollars earned to this point and nearly 1,000 members when you round up from 700, you understand that I've earned a tremendous income in this opportunity that wasn't even known yet, that's barely known now, and I never came out of my pocket one time to make it happen. Let's explain a little more about the rewards and how that actually works. It's really a simple process, folks. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. Again, you have the plastic card and you have the metal card. Currently, the plastic card is out of stock, is being replenished as we speak, and you'll learn more about that. But here you have the plastic card with a total of $45 that includes shipping, and the metal card, which is $85 including shipping. But when it comes down to card sale commissions, you only receive against the net value or the net worth of the card, $35 plastic or $75 metal. And it's distributed in tiers. If you're if the person's on your first level that secures a card, you get a 10% commission. If that person secures a card and they're on your second level, you get a 15% commission. And if they're on your third level, you get a 10% commission. These are one-time commissions against each card to each account. Now, let me help you to understand what that really means. In the metal card, which is a net cost of $75, I am the sponsor of Mr. Keith Hollins Muhammad. Mr. Keith gets his metal card. I receive $7.50 because as a sponsor, I receive 10% on the purchase of the car. Mr. Keith might sponsor Miss Jazzy. Miss Jazzy gets a hold of her metal card. Keith will receive $7.50 as being her sponsor. That's 10% on the first level. However, Miss Jazzy would represent my second level. And as a result, I would receive 15% or $11.25 for the purchase of that card. How would you like that? Over $10, folks, you're receiving for every purchase on the second level of the purchase, on the second level of your organization. Why that is important is because that will encourage anybody in your downline to get another person, to get another person. $7.50 is lucrative for a metal card, right? That's lucrative on your level one. That's almost $10. Level two, that's above $10. And you want everyone to get one. Make sense? And then when the person on the third level, meaning that second level person, gets someone on their first level, which becomes your third, you receive another $7.50. I hope I'm not confusing you with the facts. Just take a screenshot of that. Take a moment to take a screenshot so you know exactly how it works. It's very transparent. Now let's look at the plastic card. With the plastic card, it's a net cost of $35. However, on your first level, when that card is purchased, Keith purchases a plastic card, I receive $3.50. Jazzy purchases under Keith a card, I receive as a second level $5.25. Now, I wasn't never the smartest person in school, but I do know that $5.25 is more than $3.50. I received it on my level two. And then when that level two person moves on to get others to see what they see and they get a card, I receive a $3.50 commission as a result. Now that's three levels of commission. But I want to deter here just a minute and show you the real power in this. Bancus is an opportunity that pays in compensation. And as you see, this could be you at the top of the organization. That's you, because everything starts with you as a humble beginning. And you, in turn, bring two people in who do what you've done on level one, and they bring people in, which becomes your level two, and they bring people in, and that becomes your level three. Now, on the surface, it looks like you're only earning on three levels, but that's not the case. Because when you build wide, you're actually encouraging a multiplier. So look at this one person you have here. That one person can generate three levels of income for you. It would be them, it would be those that they bring, and it would be those that they bring. You see, you bring more than one person as their sponsor. Now you increase your multiplier from one to two, and then you'll find yourself benefiting from six levels of income in total in this example, because this is one level of income, level one. Here's level two, a second level of income, and here's level three, a third level of income. So just imagine if you were a gentleman like myself or Mr. Jerry or any of those that are here. Imagine when you have more than 100 people on your front line. I want you to think about that. I have now 115 people that I've personally sponsored in this opportunity. And each one I sponsor represents three levels of income. So let's look at it this way. So you're very, 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 very clear. I'm going to pull up my calculator and I want you to see what this looks like. Because with 115 people on my first level and grows into my second level and grows into my third level, when I multiply that by three levels, that's 345 levels of income. If you understood what I just said, I'm going to need you to participate. I need you to unmute your mic and say, got it.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Think about that, folks. I'm in the comfort of my home right now. It's cold outside, by the way, but I'm home. And I have this level of activity going on in my account. Now, everyone doesn't have their card yet. There's some that will get their card now. There's others, about a dozen or so, that get their card over the last couple of days. But there'll be even more that get their card in the very near future. Why? Because we represent a solution. And this is why you want to put people in front of the information so that we can do the heavy lifting for you. That's pretty good, isn't it? Let me ask you this. Suppose now, let me take that back. Suppose out of those 345 levels of income possibility, suppose I just averaged $3. That's $1,035 that I didn't have to do anything else for. I was going to introduce the opportunity and keep it moving. But it goes deeper than that. Let me take us back to the rewards so you can really see what we're talking about. 1 second here. Let's look at it from this perspective. There's another level of income that is generated through the Bancus opportunity by simply everyone who now has cards under your network, when they reload their card to use their card for purchases, goods, products, or services, you earn an instant commission known as a transaction fee. Now, each time a card is loaded by the user that you sponsored, if they're on your level one, you will receive a 0.285% of 1% of the load. When your level two does so, just like in the direct card commission, where you receive more on level two, the same applies here. You're going to receive 0.43. That's almost a half point of 1%. And then on level 3, when that level 2 have their persons active and they load their card, you're talking about another 0.285%. This process ensures residual income from active card usage around the world. Now, just so that we're clear, Bancus charges no fees. There are no fees associated with the charging of and of not the charging, but there are no fees associated with the operation of the card. For an example, you don't have a monthly maintenance fee, you don't have a daily maintenance fee, you don't have a recurring maintenance fee annually. None of that exists. The only fee that Bankers charges is for the loading or the top off or what's known as the recharge of your card. Anytime you load money onto your card, Bankers charges a 4% fee. So for every $100 you load onto your card, $4 is coming back to Bankers. Here's the beauty of it. 3 of those dollars are used for all the operational needs of Bankers, and it keeps it solvent and keeps it sustainable as a model. However, 1% of that 4% comes back to you and I in the field in the way of the top up rewards program. So that 1% that comes back to us is divided into 3 levels. 0.285 on level 1, 0.43 on level 2, 0.285 on level 3. In total, that's 1%. And you earn off of every top off of those that you brought into your network. If you understood what I just said, just unmute your mics and say, got it.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you. So, folks, in essence, we're talking about passive residual income. Passive meaning you don't have anything else to do for it. Residual means it's going to continue to recur and it's unlimited. As long as people load their card to make use of their card, you'll be paid as a result of them loading their card to make use of the card. Hopefully that makes sense. Here's another example. Now you have the plastic and metal cards in this example, and this is an old transaction record from me back in August of this year. And you can see on the second level, for the metal card, I received $11.17. On the third level for the metal card, plastic card, I received $3.49. Here on the second level, I got another $11.17. On the first level, I received $7.49 for the purchase of a metal card. And again, it happened here as well. Now, how all this happens, folks, is really simple. We have a product that the world needs. It's never a matter of not knowing the right people or having the wrong people. It's all about the people knowing you're the right one, providing the solution to that which they are seeking. Hopefully that makes sense to you. We're going to open the floor for any questions you might have regarding this opportunity with a simple raise of hand. You just go to the react button on your screen, on your Zoom screen, and select raise hand, and we'll acknowledge you. And if there's any information, not information, but anything you want to share about the opportunity, the floor is open for that as well. Floor is open. Questions, comments? Oh, you must have done okay. So, folks, what I'm going to do then is encourage you to join us tomorrow. Get this information out to people, allow us to do the heavy lifting for you, and we'll show you examples of how the card works. We'll open up one of the apps and take you through its power and ability to send money easily, deposit money easily, withdrawal operations and loading operations. We'll show you all of those things and how you can look at or review the analytics to your back office. All right. So, last call for any comments, critiques, questions. Do
Yes,
yourself
sir,
a
brother Eric.
yes, sir, Mr. Tony.
Assalamu alaikum.
Well, alaikum salam.
Yeah, I was wondering, is this card similar to like a chime account or something that you could deposit your like paycheck onto the card or get
No,
direct
sir.
deposit?
No, sir, because that's decentral. That's centralized. This is a decentralized card. So it's a debit card, functions with pretty much anything that a debit card does. But in terms of attaching your accounts to the card, you wouldn't be able to do that because this is not a centralized platform. This is decentralized.
Oh, okay, I see. Decentralized. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Great question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Folks, unmute your mics, love on each other, and I'll see us all in the next live stream, which is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bring others with you. We're going to have a great time, and we may go into some of the things that you can expect into the launch. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Forward.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.